Hey everybody, it's Amanda with Lularoe, Amanda O'Banion. And in today's video, I'm just going to talk to you about how to get through the queue. Because the queue is like the worst place to be, where you're like all in and your brain is like committed, but you have to wait. The great thing about the queue is that it's the perfect time to just get yourself ready. So it's not like I decide to be a Lularoe consultant on Monday. By Friday, I have my kit and I'm ready to go. I know a lot of times you don't really have time to process like what that actually means and kind of create a game plan. And so what I have learned, I'm like 4.5, almost 5 weeks into the queue, and it's usually like a 6 to 8 week wait. But what I've learned in those 4.5 to 5 weeks, just by researching things and really like talking with my husband and deciding what we want out of this, I don't think I would have taken the time to do that if I would have waited until the day that my boxes arrived. So I'm going to go through just like 4 or 5 things that I am doing to get through the queue. Number 1, I am watching as many YouTube videos, I'm reading as many articles, as many blog posts as I can to try to figure out how to best utilize this time and to try to help me decide how I want to run my business once my inventory comes. That's things like on what days do I want to have what parties, how many days a week do I actually want to work this, as far as like having people in my home or going to other people's homes. Do I want to do a lot of home parties or do I strictly want to be online? There's a lot of things to consider, and especially depending on like where you are in your life, if you're a stay-at-home mom versus if you're a working mom or just a working woman. In general, are you going to partner with somebody? Is your spouse or your partner like supporting you? All those things need to be decided because this isn't $100 investment, and $100 is huge. It's what most, like $100, $150 is what most direct marketing companies start out with. All you have to do is pay that to become a consultant, but Lularoe is a big investment. That freedom that you have in those 6 to 8 weeks to really reflect and weigh all of the pros and cons and get your game plan together is huge. Number 2, I went ahead and set up my Lula room, if you want to call it that, or like my office space / my in-home boutique. So we have a 4-bedroom house, and the front bedroom in our house was being used as like a guest room for when my parents came. Mostly my parents. My sister and them come up sometimes, but my parents are here more often than anyone. And I was like, you know what? It's a great location. It's right at the front of our house, so I can kind of like branch out into the living room if I need to, whenever I have in-home boutiques here at my house. But we took everything down. We took the bed out, took the like the side table and things out, and we hung, I'll turn my phone so you can see it. So we hung up 2 rows of shelves. I went ahead and got all of my hangers. I got my hangers from IKEA because it was the cheapest. And then I have my desk that I'm at now underneath the window with my computer. And on this side of the room, I have my calendar is going to go like up there. But this is going to be my shipping area, that table. And then behind me is where I will take my photographs. And you can already see that I purchased my mannequin and put it back there. So my room is ready to go. As soon as my inventory arrives, I just have to photograph it and hang it, and then I'm ready to go. I wanted to have that done so that I didn't have that stress of like, okay, now I have to do this and this and this and this and this, and I have like 5 days to get it done in. So I'm totally done. It's a great feeling to have, and it helps me to kind of get used to working in the space before everything arrives. The third thing that I did was I went ahead and purchased some of the smaller things that I thought I would need up front. So I went ahead and got like my little thank you stickers. I bought the claim check tags. I bought some different color tissue paper. Let's see, I got red and green, or sorry, pink and green. And then I also bought some mailers to ship stuff out and shipping labels. I'm not buying the big like $250 label maker up front because I think I can just use these for now. I wanted to just use the minimal expenses as I could and not buy all the big fancy stuff right at the beginning. I did get like a lighting set for my camera, and then I got like a tripod and a lens for my phone. But other than that, that was all that I did. I will most likely purchase those things, but for right now, it wasn't what I wanted to spend my money on. So I'm trying to think smart with business expenses. Okay, so then the next thing that I did or that I'm doing, I guess I should say, is my husband and I, like, we have a spreadsheet that we're using, and we've already started logging things like miles, expenses to stores, that, like when we went to IKEA to get some things, whenever we went to Lowe's to buy some things. We're just going ahead from the get-go and tracking all that stuff because it all counts. And then, like, you can put in your purchases for things. So in November, I created my VIP group, and it kind of built out of another group that I had at the time. And so I've been doing like daily posts on that group. I'm trying to build it as like naturally and organically as I can because I don't want to overwhelm people with spams. So I'm not trying to like bribe people to coming into my group. I'm just trying to build those relationships up front and ask some questions and try to get to know them so that whenever my inventory does arrive, they aren't feeling like, well, I owe her something, I need to buy from her, but that they want to buy from me because I'm building that relationship. And then other than that, I'm just praying, and my husband and I are talking about our goals. We've set a business plan, which is super important. You definitely need a business plan. Just to see what we want to realistically get out of this and what it can do for our lives, to change our lives. That's how I'm getting through the queue. Hopefully I'm almost at the end of it. It actually does go by really fast, but like that wait. I'm part of some groups on Facebook, and I'm seeing other people getting their onboarding calls, and I'm like, oh, I just want it to be me. So hopefully in a couple weeks it will be. I hope that gives you some ideas if you're just starting out in the queue. Don't be afraid to go ahead and get things set up. I still need to buy like my portable racks, but I'm going to wait until a little bit closer. And I think that's about it. So I hope these gave you some good ideas, and I hope that my next video is telling you that I got my call. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.